Welcome to Sportpen. Today, we're strapping in for a real deep dive into the just monumental career of Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, definitely monumental.
And we're going to try and look beyond just the usual highlights. We want to unpack the key moments, that relentless determination,
Yep.
and those just massive game-changing performances that really made him a legend.
Exactly. And think about what actually makes someone truly great. How athletes like Shaq, or those amazing teams and seasons, how they actually rewrite the story of sports.
For sure. We're not just looking at stats here.
No, it's about the evolution, right? How he became this force of nature, understanding the nuances, what made him more than just a big guy.
Okay, so let's go back. Way back 1972, Shaquille Rashawn O'Neal is born.
Mm.
And that name, Shaquille Rashawn, apparently means little warrior. Kind of prophetic, huh? His mom, Lucille, always thought he'd grow into it.
Yeah, and Lucille, she was just so crucial, wasn't she? By all accounts, his constant support taught him toughness really early on.
Definitely. His biological dad wasn't really around much, but his stepdad, Phil Parison, Shaq saw him as his real father figure.
Absolutely. That grounding, especially from Lucille, seems like it really set the foundation.
And it wasn't just family, right? The Boys and Girls Club in Newark, that was like a second home for him.
Yeah, a safe place. He made friends, started getting into sports there.
But interestingly, it wasn't all basketball from day one.
Not at all. He was playing football, baseball, basketball, just soaking it all up. And you got to think that mix helped build his coordination, his overall athleticism later on.
Makes sense. And basketball was a family thing early, too. His stepdad coached him.
Yeah, from like age 6, and had this rule, no pass, no play. Really drilling in that teamwork idea from the get-go.
Which is kind of funny considering how dominant he could be by himself later.
Huh, true.
But it sounds like his parents really kept him focused on schoolwork, too.
Oh, yeah. Grades mattered. Good grades meant rewards.
There's that great story, right, about him almost being held back. He buckled down, got the grades up, and the reward was Knicks tickets. Sees Dr. J play.
And boom, that's the spark.
Yeah, the dream of playing pro ball really ignites right there. What a moment.
It really shifted things from just an interest to a real goal. And it shows that discipline his parents taught him, effort on and off the court.
So then, fast forward, he hits the NBA, and it's just instant impact. 7'1", over 325 pounds sometimes.
A force of nature, really. It wasn't just the size, though. That's the thing.
Right, the agility. For a guy that big, it was kind of unheard of.
Exactly. He moved in a way guys that size just didn't. Dominated the paint, obviously, but his footwork was surprisingly good, even early on. A total mismatch nightmare.
And it didn't take long for that to turn into wins for Orlando, right? Second season, they're in the playoffs for the first time ever.
Yeah, he really lifted them quickly.
And then you get that pairing with Penny Hardaway. Man, that was exciting.
Oh, that duo was electric. So much potential.
Led them all the way to the 95 finals against Houston.
They lost, but Shaq, he put up numbers. Almost 28 points, 6 assists a game in the final.
Even in defeat, that's a statement. This guy's arrived.
Totally. And something people kind of forget, he led the league in field goal percentage multiple times early on. Wasn't just scoring a lot, he was scoring efficiently. Super high percentage around the rim.
Okay, so then the big move, 1996, he heads to the Lakers.
Huge news at the time.
A team just loaded with talent, but they kind of struggled to get over the hump initially, didn't they?
They did. Lots of potential, but couldn't quite reach the finals.
There's that story he tells about a big game against Portland, feeling actual fear in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, worried he was going to be the same old story. Another early exit for the Lakers with him there. Shows the pressure, right?
Definitely. He specifically mentions Kobe in that game. A key assist from Kobe for the winning bucket.
Hints of that dynamic starting to form. Complex, but obviously effective eventually.
And then came the dynasty. Just
Yeah.
wow. 2000, 2001, 2002.
Unbelievable stretch. Pure dominance.
3 straight finals MVPs. The stats are just ridiculous. Averaging what, like 36 points, 15 rebounds?
Almost 3 blocks a game, too, shooting nearly 60% from the field.
And getting fouled constantly. Like almost 16 free throws a game on average in those finals runs.
It's insane volume and efficiency. Defenses just had no answer. His physical power, his improved moves, his confidence, it all clicked.
His best finals, statistically, was 2000 against the Pacers, right? 38 points, almost 17 rebounds a game.
Yeah, that scoring average is second only to Jordan for a finals MVP. Just shows the historical level he reached.
It's interesting. He said the Portland Trail Blazers were the toughest team they faced during those runs.
The only ones who weren't scared of them, he said.
Yeah. Says a lot about that Blazers team, but also about the aura the Lakers had.
Right. And Byron Scott had that interesting take on Shaq's leadership. More like Magic Johnson.
Yeah, about enjoying the game, keeping it positive.
Which contrasts with Kobe's intensity, obviously. But Shaq's way worked too. He led through sheer presence and, well, keeping morale high. Feels competitor underneath it all, though.
No doubt. But you can't talk Lakers without talking about the Shaq-Kobe friction.
Nope. It was always there, simmering under the surface, even during the wins.
Kobe's comments about leadership and contracts really highlights that tension between two massive egos, both wanting to be the guy.
Exactly. Two alphas. It worked for a while, spectacularly well, but you could see it wasn't going to last forever.
And some people argue, maybe fairly, that the center position wasn't super deep back then.
That's a point people raise. I mean, was the competition at his specific spot as tough as in, say, the Hakeem Ewing-Robinson era? Maybe not quite.
The second highest scoring center in that first title year averaged only 15 points per game. That's quite a drop-off.
It does make his dominance look even starker, yeah. But still, you got to beat who's in front of you and you demolish them.
Okay, so the Lakers era ends. He gets traded to Miami in 2004.
Big shift. Teaming up with a young, rising star in Dwayne Wade.
And boom, 2006, they win it all. Miami's first title, beat the Mavs.
Yep. And Shaq's role, it changed a bit, didn't it?
Yeah, his numbers weren't quite at that Lakers peak.
But his impact was still huge. He was still drawing double teams, creating all that space for Wade to just explode.
It showed he could adapt, right, still contribute massively to winning, even if it wasn't 38 points a night. He passed more, deferred sometimes.
And he really seemed to buy into that Heat culture.
Totally. He talked about it, discipline, accountability, work ethic. He became one of the faces of that, along with Pat Riley and Wade.
Shows his understanding of what it takes to build sustained success, not just relying on talent alone.
So after Miami, he has stints in Phoenix, Cleveland, Boston, winding down the career.
Still chasing that ring, contributing veteran presence.
He talked about the physical toll, how even back in '92 he was playing through stuff, feeling beat up, but pushing through.
The wear and tear on a body that size, playing that physical style for so long, it's immense.
Yet you see a picture of him at 51 and he looks fantastic. Still in great shape.
Testament to his discipline, even post-career. His longevity was pretty incredible, really.
And since retiring, he's just crushed it in broadcasting. Inside the NBA.
Oh, yeah. He's become an icon there, too. Seems like he's sticking around with TNT ESPN.
He just fits perfectly. The charisma, the humor, but also real insights from having played at the highest level.
It's a great mix. He knows the game, but he knows how to entertain.
But it's not just TV, is it? His foundation work.
The Shaquille O'Neal Foundation, yeah. Doing a lot for underserved kids, creating opportunities. That mentorship program in Georgia sounds really impactful.
Focuses on leadership, skills, getting parents involved.
Yeah.
Seems like a genuine commitment to giving back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Using his platform for something really positive shows another side of him.
Plus, he's become this incredibly successful businessman.
Oh, yeah. The Shaq brand is everywhere. Endorsements, investments. He's built a whole empire off the court. Very savvy.
And he never lost that confidence, right? Famously calling himself the most dominant center ever.
Yeah. He backs it up with the rings and the MVPs, comparing himself to Hakeem Moses Malone.
Even mentioning Kareem, saying, the king beat me, but I came back and beat him. Classic Shaq self-belief.
You got to have that belief to reach his level. And physically dominant. Hard to argue against that specific claim, the way he just overwhelmed opponents.
It's interesting, too, hearing him reflect on his own upbringing versus his kids.
Yeah, the contrast between facing racism and drugs versus what he calls the silly trials of social media.
He tries to guide them, pass on those values his parents taught him, warn them about oversharing online, shows some real perspective.
It does, acknowledging the different world they live in, but trying to instill those core lessons.
And we had to circle back to those playoffs, especially 2001. He always credits his teammates, but individually.
Oh, man, that 2001 run was maybe peak Shaq. Just unstoppable.
In the finals that year, against Philly, 33 points, 16 rebounds, 17 blocks in just 5 games, gets his second straight finals MVP.
Just absurd numbers.
Yeah.
The definition of dominant. He carried them.
So when you look at the whole picture, Shaquille O'Neal, from the little warrior in Newark to this global icon, it's an amazing story.
Truly. Talent, hard work, adapting over time.
His impact goes way beyond basketball. The championships are one thing, but his personality, his business stuff, the philanthropy, It's a huge legacy.
He really did redefine the center position, and his influence on sports culture, popular culture, it's massive, and it endures.
Thanks for listening to Sportpen.